the sawmill that they used to cut it's right there.
Oh, no
the
way.
Actual sawmill. Let's go check it out.
This is so neat seeing pieces of history like that. I would not want to cut a lug on that. That blade, holy cow.
Yeah, watch your finger. Safety third.
Safety third for sure. Holy cow.
And we've also got like, a bucket.
Oh wow.
It's super cool. And
What is that?
we got to move it in the driveway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's just another piece of cool implement. Who knows what it is? Somebody.
YouTube, what is this?
What is this thing? Is there any markings or anything?
No. Well, I tried to flip it over and see if there was something that would give you a...
It's got a little skid plate looking thing, or maybe that's just a patch job. Look at those. That is just hardcore.
Yeah, big old...
That thing is cool.
Super weird.
Yeah, I mean, what is that attached to?
It's like that it would go into a machine, and this would have. I'm assuming it's almost like a scoop, like an old.
I wonder if that would have hooked up to an old tractor, and they use it to like a bulldozer to doze into the ground.
Yeah, maybe this. Yeah.
Weird.
This is like one of the Gen 1 dozer.
Yeah, you got Gen 2 tractor, Gen 1 dozer.
I like how Dave.
Now that is a wicked cool old cabin right there.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Mikey? You like?
Oh, I like how you guys have been here long enough to actually have like landmarks for different spots of the property.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, it's all the original. Like, I'll open this up to you. Like, I'm not going in. I don't give a shit. It's not highly recommended. But yeah, you can see it's got the natural beams. The only thing I don't like is that they put the sheetrock up on this side and right here. That's a bulletproof glass door.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't like how they really put the loft in it. I mean, I get what they were doing back in the day. They needed that. They needed as much space. Yeah, they were.
Those support beams were so nice. Huge.
You know, like you get in there and power wash
the wall.
Yeah, power washes the entire inside.
Yeah.
As well as
take care of your little badger den or whatever that is down there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Over on that side, so I need to get. And you can see.
Oh, you got an old stove too.
We got a few holes. Actually, so that's the old stove that was originally here. But we picked one up. We're gonna put one in. Right there, so it's
I've got
functional. It's just got, this is the doors on it. It's just the standard.
Yep. You gonna refinish it?
Yeah, I want to take it out.
I've got mine that I'm gonna actually refinish mine soon.
You know what? Yeah, I want to take the one from the inside, ours, and wire wheel it.
Yeah, I like these old potbelly style. These are cool.
Yeah, look at it. This is it. The old one right here.
Oh, rusted
it's
it.
Just the bottom of it. Yeah.
This is cool. This is a cool old cabin, man. Love it. The old logs. This old hand hewn, man. Every bit of, well, except for those. But all that. Look at that. That is just super cool. Skeletons everywhere. That's crazy cool.
Yeah, all the
Love this.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Once you have a log cabin, it's kind of a thing, you know. You fall in love with them. You're looking at the way other people do theirs. It's fascinating. This thing's so cool. So tiny. I mean, look at that thing.
It is.
Oh, dude. Okay. That is super cool. That is a root cellar.
Yeah. That is how you do it.
That is so cool.
And that's the one that Marty used to replicate for ours. As far as how he set it up on the direction and, you know, digging it down into the earth.
Dude, that is super cool. Yeah.
That is. We hope to be able to get this thing back up to, you know, maybe even look like its original. I mean, it wouldn't look like its original condition, but we've got enough old logs. Hopefully we can get something up there.
Heck yeah. Put another one like the Rainies did, sort of. The same type of art, the A-frame arch. Heck yeah. That's so cool, man. It's a good start already. I mean, it's there. Hi guys. We're here with Russ and Dorothy with Happy Off Grid in front of the sagebrush bean seed. Pretty cool little place here. How long did it take you guys to build this from start to finish? We watched it over a course of time, but we don't really know real time how long it actually took you.
4 weeks, maybe? It took at least a month. I mean, there was a lot of indecisiveness. If you cut all that out, it took about 4 hours.
Maybe 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks.
You guys work at a couple hours at a time here and there, or you guys
Yeah,
working out pretty steady?
Whenever, because it'd get too hot, we go inside.
Hang out, get cool.
Yeah. Or you needed 9 bags of concrete and you only had 7, so you had to do your 7 and then go into town and pick up a few more and then come back and get that done, let it set up. But
more screws, charge batteries.
Charged batteries is definitely the worst thing out here off grid. You know that.
Oh yeah.
That took 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So what was that? Oh, something's going on out here.
That wasn't the chickens, was it?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Sam Squatch.
Man, I
Get him.
There we go.
So
we may have to cut out.
So you guys came from well, we know your military history, but you came from Colorado Springs, right?
Yep.
From the city. What made you want to go live like this out in the I mean, we're 5 miles from anything, at least.
I'll let you answer that.
Well, we wanted a house with some land so we could do what we wanted, and so that the kids could like make memories there and like have fun riding the quads and stuff like that, playing with the animals and whatnot. But we didn't really think about off-grid until we started just kind of BSing about it, because we didn't know too much about it, and then we found out it was possible, and then we were lucky. The first time we saw this place, we passed it up because it was in rough shape, and we were like, no. But we took another look at it because it was already set up for off-grid. Even though it wasn't the greatest, it was there. And so then we were like, well, that's cool, because now they not only have a place, but they have a place where they can bring their families, and their families can bring their families, and so on and so on and so on. And then the lights will always come on as long as they maintenance it. And that's not really hard with solar. So that was a big appeal.
So you said it was pretty much set up for off-grid. You're referring to the solar panels and the way they were positioned wrong, which those are the panels that we're here for, and love you guys. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for coming down.
These guys, awesome. I'm going to edit a lot out because I say that a lot in this, but the solar panels that you guys had, they weren't positioned right.
No, they were just put on the roof and not positioned more for winter, I guess, is where they were positioned, more for winter.
Because there's more, I think you said before, it was more of a hunter's cabin or something like that, correct?
It was in the beginning, yeah. But whoever built the house still did not put much thought into putting the panels on the roof in that way.
Yeah, when they originally built the hunting cabin, it was just a small, I think it was 10 by 20, and they had it faced northeast because that was just the best spot they had up here. And then obviously when they added back in 1985 and 1992 the front half and the loft, that was just the best direction they had. But the south side of our house faces southwest, which doesn't really do us much good at all for solar. Normally on the roof, the solar would not, we would not start bringing in power until say noon, 1 o'clock. We're now simply facing southeast. We can pick up at 8 o'clock.
Oh wow!
So
pretty much sun up, you're getting sun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're able. I think at that estimation, we're getting an extra 4 or 5K for free every day, just off the simple rotation or the alignment of the solar panels. They asked us if we wanted to take those down and reface them, and it was just at that point, it was just we wanted all new in there because we didn't know enough about off-grid. We wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be
Well, you had kids, of course, and you want to make
Yeah.
sure everything was working all the
we
time.
want to make sure, and we had zero idea what we were doing. We still don't know what we're doing, but we definitely know that we know now that having the system balanced correctly with the batteries and the panels is probably the most important, and obviously watering batteries, as you know.
What would you change? Going off grid now, looking back, you've been off grid here for 2 years now. Coming into it fresh like you did, what would you do different this time?
I think if we had to do it over
I
if we had to do it over again, I think I would have kept the new, because we had the wind turbine up and it still wasn't effective. It wasn't doing anything for us. So when we upgraded from the 24 to the 48, I think we would have actually had to have rewired that up there. So I think it was easier, right, for them to just rewire out there where the turbine was. So I think that was another deciding factor. And being able to have both of those poles where they were, and both of those poles were previous wind turbine poles.
Well, one of them had it on there, didn't it?
Yeah, we cut the wind turbine off that one, and then the other one was the old wind turbine, and it just wasn't up high enough.
Gotcha. So it wouldn't catch wind.
Yeah, it wouldn't catch wind.
But they work perfect for mounting your new solar panels.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is nice because then you didn't have to pay for all the new mounting equipment. I must have saved a ton right there because I know that's not cheap.
Yeah, I think the pole and the equipment to put it in, all the concrete and expenses to get it in the ground was more than the mounting system just to put it on.
Jeez.
To answer on your other question, to do it over again, I think if we had the option to build a house that wasn't 2 stories, that is definitely something for every single homesteader and off-gridder to really consider. And for any of us that are already out here, I know sometimes we don't have the option of building our 2-story on one giant, story, a ranch style. Let me figure out what I'm trying to say. I don't have the ability to take my 2-story and put it down on the ground because we don't have the room. But if you have the option, the 2-story, especially if you're in an extremely cold climate, it's a lot of extra work to try to heat unless you can do it.
Well, it depends. If it's a loft, like an open loft, it would be okay.
Take your time, do the work, and come up with the best plan for you. Absolutely, because this is a stucco home, and it's a RG58 on the side, and 20 in the ceiling, and 40 in the attic. So it's phenomenal insulation, but it still gets 40 degrees upstairs.
Wow, that's crazy. See,
40 or 50.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say 50.
that concerns me because, my log cabin, it's not going to be loft. I wanted to make it a loft, but just the way the footprint was, I couldn't do that. So it has walls that I figured I'd just put like holes through between the floor from the fireplace up to help transfer heat up. At that point, I don't know. So that I haven't lived like this. So you're saying 2 stories, not a good idea. That's what I banked everything on. I built my whole cabin on a second story. Damn it! Now I got to knock the whole thing down. Thanks, Russ.
I think your idea with the holes in the floor, especially around the heater, would be better. They just didn't do that here, so it's something to try here, and maybe it turns out that it's not so bad.
I really feel that this owner went overboard on insulation and maybe not on insulating his windows properly.
Gotcha. Went cheap on some things, and
Didn't put any caulking around the windows.
Yeah.
So,
all the insulation in there, it doesn't do any good if you got air gaps like that. That's the funnel for it. Sucks it right in. Dang. So, what's next for the homestead?
Goats.
Goats.
We've talked about maybe pigs.
I brought some goats back. We've got so many.
You just got that male goat too. So
yeah, we'll have some baby goats.
There might be an opportunity to get some goats here.
Maybe you guys will have to do a drive up to Idaho.
Uh-oh.
That'd be cool.
Maybe pigs.
I kind of like pigs.
Just to get a small, just for us, maybe not something.
Not for breeding or something.
Yeah, just more for, again, so we have that organic. We've got our eggs. Eventually we're going to be able to get some more, or be able to get some meat birds, hopefully. But yeah, the goats would be purely for entertainment purposes.
Well, you can't be happy or unhappy around goats. You just can't. It's impossible.
Even watching your Nigerian dwarf goats just bounce around and how they all speed up and then they slow down and then they come up and it just, you cannot not smile while watching videos on goats.
You get. And then you start adding tutus and stuff like that, pajamas, and
Oh yeah, I saw people.
I'm sure that's coming.
Probably right now.
She's probably already got the pajamas on order and she's just waiting. Look at that. That's for Micah. Look at that. Look at, oh my God. Look at that. Look at the sheets right here. Look, that's some tourmaline that's falling off. Right there, that black stuff, tourmaline, and all these. They call them pages because they pull open like pages. And that is the end of the page. No, it's not. It's the end of the page. The end.
That's it, folks. Call it a wrap.
Have a good night.